everyone, I'm Reyna. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you to everyone who's watching the recording afterwards. Last week we talked about um, home sellers and the home selling process. So this week I'm going to share a few tips with you about how to get your home ready for sale. So thanks everyone who's signed on. I am Reyna Michelle Realty with Keller Williams Raleigh, residential and commercial, and I am here to talk to you about all things real estate. So catch me every Thursday at 11 here live on Facebook. So like I said, today's topic is going to be for home sellers and how to get your home ready for sale without breaking the bank. So the first thing that's most important is your first impression. So a lot of times we kind of don't realize how many times in a day we make a first impression about something and how it sets the underlying tone for the rest of our opinion about something. So first impression is very important and our curb appeal needs to be amazing. So how do we do this? The first thing we want to make sure is our curb appeal to be amazing is clean up the outside of the home. Make sure you pressure wash everything, even your windows, do the entire outside of the home, and also your driveway, your sidewalk, all your walkways, and even your little front patio, or if you have a little front porch, make sure to pressure wash the entire thing. Also your front entryway, if you have a little roof, make sure you get any cobwebs or anything out of there. Pressure wash the entire outside. For your landscaping, now your landscaping definitely you want it to be spot on and looking very sharp. And you can do this without really spending any money or spending just a little bit of money. So how do we make sure our landscaping is looking top notch? Trim all of our bushes. Take out all of the dead leaves, dead sticks, all of the weeds. Take out everything. Make sure the grass has been freshly cut. And if you can spend a little bit of money, go ahead and put down some new mulch and maybe a few fresh flowers out front by the front steps. But make sure that your landscaping is looking very sharp. Even if you don't want to spend any money on it, just make sure it looks well maintained. Also, make sure that your gutters are clean. People will look up and take a look at the roof, and they will be able to see whether or not your gutters are clean. And also, if the buyers happen to come view your home on a rainy day, or if it happens to be raining the day that we've scheduled an open house, you'll definitely want to make sure your gutters are clean because, again, with that first impression, if they do walk in and they get, a whole rainstorm on them when they first walk in the home, it's going to give the impression that it hasn't been well maintained. And then they're going to start wondering what else in the home may possibly have also not been well maintained. So first impression is key. Make sure your landscaping is spot on, your gutters are clean, and you have pressure washed everything on the outside. Again, your front entrance needs to also look really spectacular, especially because when an agent brings a buyer to come for a showing, it'll take them a couple of minutes to get the key out of the lockbox and get the door open. So while the buyer is standing there waiting for the agent to open the door, they're going to be just looking around. And so having your front entryway look really sharp is important. Make sure that light fixture up in the top is nice and clean. Make sure that the bulb is working. Again, with the cobwebs, make sure you don't have any cobwebs up in the corners, and put a fresh coat of paint on that front door. That way your front entrance gives that really great first impression. One thing you'll want to consider when getting your home ready for showings is if you do have pets, you want to have a plan set up in place as to what you're going to do with your pets during the showing. So you may want to put them in a crate, or you may want to take them for a walk with you during the showing. But it is important to make sure that the pets are, safely secured. That way, potential buyers don't have to worry about accidentally letting them get loose. And some people are allergic to pets. So it is important to think about that ahead of time, and also shampoo your carpets. And that way you can prevent any, pet odors. The home will smell fresh when buyers come in for their showings. You'll need to clean the entire home inside and out, and every nook and cranny of the home needs to be cleaned. So in your kitchen, all the nooks and crannies, the backsplash, and all of your appliances. Buyers definitely will take a look to see what condition the appliances are in. So they'll want to see that they're nice and clean. So every nook and cranny in the kitchen and in the bathrooms. Make sure, even all the little caulk or the spaces in between the tiles, make sure all of that mold and mildew is gone. Maybe get a new shower curtain. If yours is looking a little dingy, a new shower curtain will definitely freshen up your bathroom. You'll also want to make sure you clean every detail throughout the house, including your little baseboard trim along the bottom that can get dusty. And when we've got a nice, fresh, sharp white trim that looks nice and clean, it really helps the home stand out. You'll also want to look at your light switches after everybody's been, touching them with their fingers. Sometimes they can get some fingerprints on there, a little bit of dirt, so take your magic eraser and get those light switches nice and clean. And your light fixtures. This is really important to make the home look nice and bright and warm and welcoming. So make sure those light fixtures have no dust on them, they're nice and clean, and all the light bulbs are working. One of the things that you can do to spend a little bit of money to make the home look updated without spending a ton of money. Let's say, for example, you don't want to spend, money to put in a whole new updated kitchen, but you do want to give it just a little bit more updated, fresh look. So one thing you'll definitely need to do is paint the entire interior. Make sure it's got a fresh coat of paint on it and a nice, bright, neutral color. So if you have any accent walls or any non-traditional colors, you'll definitely want to change those and make the entire home seem bigger and brighter with a nice bright coat of light grays or light browns or beiges, or light, kind of tan or off-whites. These are the most neutral colors that are in right now to make your home look great. Another thing you can spend a little bit of money on is your light fixtures. So let's say that you want to just spend a little bit of money doing, giving it a little bit of an update, changing your light fixtures, and also changing a little bit of the hardware, such as doorknobs on your kitchen cabinets or on your bathroom vanity, and also some of the hardware like the faucets in your kitchen and in your bathroom. So just changing out these couple little things can really give the home a much more modern look without spending a lot of money. Another thing you'll also want to consider doing is decluttering. So when you start packing, you'll be able to start decluttering and taking out all the personal things in the home. For example, if you have an entire wall of, photography of, family and everything, take that down. If your refrigerator is covered with, magnets or postcards, you'll want to take all those down and start to declutter and depersonalize the home and start your packing. While you're starting your packing, one important tip that you'll definitely want to remember is to get your paperwork ready ahead of time. So all the paperwork that you have for all of your appliances, all of your kitchen appliances, and all of your major systems, and any repairs or updates or upgrades that you've had done, or any regular service agreements that you've had. So if you have a regular service agreement for your HVAC, have that documentation ready. If you've ever had, a roof replaced or any upgrades done, a deck added, have all of that documentation ready. And also all your owner's manuals for all of your appliances. If you have a dehumidifier, make sure all of your paperwork is in a box and set and ready to go. That way, if a potential buyer does have a question, we can get back to them really quickly with an answer. And you're not scrambling all over the place trying to find where did you put your paperwork once you've started packing. So make sure first thing to do when you're packing is to set aside all that paperwork, because ultimately you're going to want to leave that box of paperwork in the home. That way it's there for the new buyers. So once you've got your home pretty much all ready, your agent will give you some tips on staging. So we may, as your trusted real estate advisor, we may give you a little bit of advice on how to best represent your home, rearrange the furniture a little bit, maybe move a couple things here and there. Definitely don't, take it personally. Don't take any offense to it. This is to get your home looking its best for photography and for showings. And we certainly understand that the way you designed your home was for the best function for you and for your family. So once we get those couple little changes made and you've done everything that we talked about earlier, you are ready to go for your photography. Your home looks HGTV ready. So you're ready for professional photography and you're ready for your showings. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today for tips on how to get your home ready for sale without breaking the bank. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am Reyna Michelle, Realtor. Transform your future.